Back in Freedom with the boys, talking universal standard for readiness. A lot of times in special operations and duty, law enforcement, whatever it might be, you can't control the lighting variables, and it's really what we're going to talk about today. Is setting a universal standard for high ready, low ready, a bunch of different drills. Now with gas masks, passive night vision shooting, with the laser and without, and just see, can we make a universal standard based off body position, some of the tools we have to our disposal. We're just going to go through a couple easy ones. Universal, common to all, high readies, low readies, rifle build drill, 3-body, 2-head, transition, combat reload, and a check drill. We'll do that slick with a gas mask, passively through night vision, and then nod to the laser if we have time. But everybody knows that one. Cool, and it's really just, we don't want there to be a big disparity between, hey, we throw on a gas mask and now we can't get a seal, we can't get a sight picture, we can't run our natural course of fire. That's a lot of stuff we did in the military. We'd set a course of fire for 100% lit, broad daylight, no gas mask, none of that bullshit. We never really trained to it. A lot of guys don't have that luxury, and a lot of these dudes we're starting to train with now, they're running gas masks 200 times out of the year. So we have to be able to make a standard course of fire to support all those guys and all the gear they have to wear. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Huh. Let's do this. All right. I'll show you guys the shot timer, but we're not trying to blow anybody's doors off. Just trying to make a universal standard here, just to make sure. So all these high readies and low readies, the standard for us is under 1 second. We'll see where we're at. Shoot ready.
Yep.
Stand by. 0.78. Low ready. Shooter ready. Stand by. 0.71. Build drill. 6 rounds from the rifle. High ready. Stand by. 1.79. 1.79. 3-body, 2-head. Shooter ready. Stand by. There we go. 1.87. 1.87. Combat reload. Got empty magazine in there. Speed reload. Again, combat reload with the rifle. Or do you want to do, we're doing transition right now.
Do a combat reload, I'm ready.
Do combat reload. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .90. All hits are good. Let's do a transition. First shot was in .81. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. 2.20. 2.20. I'll go ahead and set it for a check drill.
Thank you.
What are you doing for this check drill? Are we doing our check drill?
1. 1, 5, and 5.
1, 5, and 5?
1, 5, and 5.
All right. Our check drill is a little bit different. It used to be 1, 1, and 1. 1, 5, and 5. So one of the carbine, transition to pistol, 5 out of the pistol, put it away, top off rifle, 5 more rounds out of rifle. All right. Check drill, 1, 5, and 5. What are you going for time on this?
Under 11 seconds, I think is good.
Yeah. The normal
time.
1, 1, and 1 is 11 seconds. Not trying to break any records. Nice and easy. Shooter ready. Stand by. .932. 932. All hits look good. First shot was in .73.
Good.
Fucking slick. All right, we're gonna jam these things up, and we're gonna throw on a gas mask, do the exact same
Gas
thing.
mask.
Hey, so a lot of the issues with the fucking gas mask, guys haven't done it. If you're not running a riser, you can't get a cheek weld on that thing. You're trying to throw your head over, you're trying to lift it high, and now you've got body armor and all this other shit on. It's a nightmare to do, man. So that's one of the reasons we made that Hydra, is try to get that optic up, make it a little more comfortable to shoot, and it translates over to passive night vision shooting. You'll see that here in a second. All right, you all good on loadout for him?
Yep.
Okay. Sucks having a gas mask on, huh?
I don't like it, man.
Nobody likes a gas mask.
Rolling.
All right. Guys, we're going to do the exact same standard now with a gas mask. Anybody who's ever worn them knows they suck and knows it's really hard to get a sight picture through that thing. This is one of the things you got to train for. Got to make it all universal. Shooter ready. High ready. Stand by. .71. .71. Good hit. Low ready. Shooter ready. Stand by. .70. All right, going bill drill. 6 rounds from the carbine. Ready position, your choice. Shooter ready. Stand by. 1.74. 1.74. All right, brother, we're going 3 body, 2 head. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. There we go. 1.87. 1.87. Hits are good. All right, you want to do transition? We're doing combat reload.
Combat reload.
Combat reload. One other rifle. Combat reload. Stand by. .48. First shot, .63. Beautiful. All right, transition drill. 1 round of the carbine, goes dry, transition to pistol. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. .61. 2.61. First shot, .87. Good stuff. 1 of the carbine, transition to pistol, 5 out of the pistol. Reload rifle, 5 out of the rifle. Shooter ready. Stand by. .09. One pistol slightly out of the A. First shot, .79. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna throw on nods and do it passive. All right, boys. Now we're going passive through night vision. Thing that plagues everybody. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Starting off high ready. Stand by. .85. Low ready. Stand by. .72. Good hits. .72. All right, bill drill with the rifle. 6 rounds. Shooter ready. Stand by. 1.78. 1.78. Good hits. All right, brother. 3 body, 2 head. Shooter ready. Stand by. There we go. 2.05. 2.05. You doing transition?
Combat reload.
Combat reload. Roger. All right, combat reload. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. There we go. 3.55. 3.55. Good hits. Want transition?
Yep.
All right. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. 2.73. 2.73. Good hits.
Check drill, please.
Check drill.
I've got 5 in. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
1, 5, and 5. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. 11.06. 11.06 all hits. Beautiful.
That's good.
Fucking A, dude.
I'll take that. 11.06 under knots.
Fucking awesome, dude. Sick. All right, let's go lights on. We'll talk about it. That was great.
Yeah.
Only thing out, we had one pistol.
Yeah, I got a shitty grip on that second check drill.
Yeah. Check drill, like the typical check drill we all grew up with, 1, 1, and 1. 1, 5, and 5. A lot harder to get. Time standard stayed the same. That was the only thing. We're off by 0.01. Like
Yeah.
thousandths of a second, whatever. Dude, I thought that was great. The head box doubles.
Yeah,
for all of
headbox
our
doubles
stuff.
for us.
Oh, right where it needs to be. Everything's inside the A. How did it feel for you from slick to gas mask to everything else? You have to change anything?
Physically, no. There's a little bit of on the pistol, just making sure that that red dot stays within your actual field of view, because it is much more limited.
Yep.
So just having to work a little bit hard to return the gun and not rushing it. I got a shitty grip on that one. But physically it didn't feel any different, whether it's in a respirator or gas mask, under nods or slick, it's all the same. And I've always trained with a high amount, so I should, by theory, have one presentation. It should be the same. I didn't notice too much on the transition.
Yep.
What I did notice that ever so slightly, to pick up the reticle ever so slightly, more so on the low ready. On the high ready it was fine, but on the low ready, just because of the way that the gas mask sits out, it doesn't quite sit, so I had to put in a slight, like I would say less than 5 degree cant on it.
Yeah.
Less than 5 degrees, not to the point where it's starting to influence our holdovers, because we know that that's going to make a difference at short range.
Yep.
But yeah, I was comfortable to shoot all of those.
The big thing I was looking at is head positioning.
Yep.
Not watching you trade one weapon system for another and have that slight head dip. You have to break a posture down or anything like that. It all looked universal, one to the other.
It should be. I like it because I think like we've started doing a lot of passive IR shooting. It's been the big thing for the last couple of years, and it's great if you've got the kit to support it, but it's very difficult to do without it. And you see guys bending themselves into crazy positions. Like for years we just shot off the laser.
That's what we did.
And guys like it because it's you know, it's a good tool. It makes your life easier, but only if the enemy don't have MVGs.
Yeah.
And most of the people that we go up against these days probably do have some sort of capability.
Like we were talking about, like a lot of the SWAT team guys, they're not running NVGs, they're not running IR lasers, it's not part of their wheelhouse. But the threat's all the same.
Yep.
The gas mask is all the same.
Yep.
And like that gas mask is one of the hardest things to defeat.
Yep.
I don't care who you are. Like that thing plagued us forever. Dude. That thing's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
And to be able to get one universal standard, we'll go back, we'll crunch all the time standards and post them all up that way you can see from slick to gas mask all the way through. Now shooting passive, just see the time standard. I think you're actually faster with the gas mask on.
I started to speed up a little bit. I know that I was starting to get into rhythm a little bit. The whole gas mask thing, the old argument that we used to always get thrown back in our face was, well, it doesn't matter, you're just going to use your laser anyway. And that's cool unless you're working in the day, or, you know, that's not an option.
Yeah.
Now what you're going to do if you're in a football stadium trying to shoot targets, you can't see your red laser because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. Like now what's your option?
Exactly.
Well, you can take your gas mask off. You're not going to do that.
Yep.
So like you have to figure it out.
I mean, it's kind of like the big push, getting one universal presentation, because it was, man. Like you'd have to have a different style of kung fu for every different piece of kit you put on. Gas masks, respirators, all this other shit. Now passively shooting through night vision. It's not one universal presentation. Now you have to train a daytime, a nighttime, in between. Worst case scenario, I'm running around in a fucking Kim Bio suit with a gas mask on. It's like, that's a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I don't have the confidence to do it. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to show you that your one kung fu supports all of this, as long as you have the right equipment to do for it. I think you did a beautiful job. That was awesome. Like, I don't give a shit about that.
I do.
Great.
I do.
I know you do.
I'll
buy you a beer later.
There you go. I think for me, like, and guys have probably heard this before, like one thing I hate whenever I'm shooting, whether it's doing CQB, whether it's breaching, I hate variables. I hate having different start points and different baselines every single time I come on a range. So for me to be able to standardize everything that I do, it doesn't matter if I'm doing this, I'm doing it in low light, mixed light, no light, gas mask on, gas mask off, nods on, nods off. Any one of those scenarios, the hour that I spend on a 25 meter flat range counts for all of it. That's what I like about it. It's the efficiency of training. It's all right if you're in a military unit or in a SWAT team that's got an unlimited budget and you can train 5 days a week, 6 days a week, whatever you want. But the reality of being in a busy organisation is you might not get on the range for a couple of months. It might even be longer than that. Sometimes guys go literally a year potentially without firing a weapon. So if you can reduce the training burden and make it streamlined so one size does truly fit all, I think that's only got to be a good thing, right? Because if I've only got an hour, I don't want to sacrifice this to pay into that. I should be able to train for everything, for all eventualities. In that 1 hour, I should be able to cover all bases. If you can achieve that, then you're in a good place. That's just my belief on it.
Anything to add?
Yeah, same thing, like different variables, so different presentations, different touch points before was always an issue. Like we'd go on the range, we'd hammer thousands and thousands of rounds with one presentation, all your certain touch points, and then when you threw on a gas mask or nods, it was a completely different animal.
Yeah.
And decreasing those variables will increase your speed on target,
100%.
and decrease your misses. You know, there's less time searching for that laser, or if you hit up, you know, I've seen guys, especially running a gas mask and nods, they've repped so much they got that muscle memory, they'll fucking hit their nods, shift their helmet, or just all kinds of just wackadoo stuff. Eliminating all those unknown failure points and those additional steps just makes everything more cleaner. Like when we lay out the times and show your presentation, it was all uniform, it was all straight, and pretty much the same thing you've been repping all day during the day.
Should be. It should be. I mean, it should be in theory, but you make a good point. Like the amount of times that we train in our respirators, but we so quick to get them off, and then whenever we go and do a job, or potentially not every time, but sometimes we'll go and do jobs, or we'll go and do work, and we're back in our gas masks, we're back in our suits, we're back in all the rest of it, rebreathers, whatever it might be. Like, you need to be comfortable in that. You need to know that it's going to suck, but you also need to know that you can operate your weapon system, and don't rely on the fact that I'll make it work when I have to, because that was the attitude for years, is like, I'll make it work. You know, we've come this far. We've never been caught out yet, and that's cool, I get that, and I'm all about it. But at the same time, if you can create a situation or a circumstance that is advantageous to you, regardless of changes of environment, regardless of changes of situation, that has to be a good thing. That has to be a good thing. I don't know.
Great job, man. Dude, that to me seems to be the gold standard. You have to have a uniform presentation, one that basically fits all, because you can't control the lighting variables. You can't just rely on night to be your cloak of armor. You got to be able to perform no matter what kind of kit you have on, regardless of lighting conditions. I think it's a beautiful demonstration, man. Awesome work.
Thank you.
Stuff, man.
Cheers, Joey.
Stuff.
Good job, boys.